good idea of where it's going to go. And there's enough room for things to change along the way. But if you look at the pilot, in the pilot alone, there was the Reverse Flash, there was the Weather Wizard, there was Grodd. I mean, a lot of this stuff, there's the implication that time travel would be a component of the show. So it was all sort of there for people to see. And now a lot of that stuff is just coming to fruition.
Okay, so that trailer we just saw, which I'm sure is being downloaded 1,000 times right now. Clearly we're going to see some old friends from maybe another show. How difficult for you guys, not difficult, like how much work was this kind of running into these final episodes, knowing that you'd be back in the playground with Arrow?
It's exciting. It's really fun. I mean, it's great to have them, and it's great to see the interaction between the two of them, because the Arrow's very dark and brooding, and our Flash is not quite that dark and brooding. So it's fun to see the contrast.
It's also a nice challenge to play around, with characters that... It's fun to play around with characters that you don't normally play around with, you know what I mean? Like Brandon as Ray Palmer. That's so fun. He's so great to have on set. So it's nice to be able to have that challenge to work with those actors and those characters as well.
Candace?
Yeah, it's really good. No, it's fun. Anytime I can work with Felicity, Emily, it's so fun. And having Ray on our show, I mean, it's a dream come true. I think if you're a fan of Flash, you're also kind of a fan of Arrow. If you're a fan of Arrow, you're kind of a fan of Flash. So it's nice having the universes kind of collide with each other. I think the more of that, the better.
And Andrew, can you tell us anything about what brings these people together?
Yeah, in episode 18, Ray Palmer is having some trouble with his Atom suit, and who better to go to for help than Cisco Ramon. So it's obviously not a good time for Barry, as Barry has just found out that Wells is the Reverse Flash when suddenly Felicity and Ray stop by for an impromptu visit. But as always with these things, it's for us it's more than just a gimmick. Barry and Felicity are obviously very tight and have a very special relationship. And despite the fact that everyone else seems to think that Barry's acting normal, she knows that something's up with him. And what's great about Felicity is she's been a hero a lot longer than Barry has. So she's always there to help him out and help him get through things.
And Felicity also has kind of the battle scars of love for heroes. Does she offer any kind of advice?
She offers a fairly interesting observation about the kind of man she's attracted to. Yeah, I mean that's the best part about Felicity on the show. Like in episode 4, when she was there for Barry, and she said that she dig an Oliver and doing this a lot longer, than you and your team, and you can learn something from us. So, Barry having to keep secrets from the people that he's working with is a new conundrum for him, and that's something that she helps him through.
Now, one of the I don't think it was in this clip, but the clip that ran last week after the episode showed us Cisco and Canary.
Yeah.
And as we all know, Cisco is a little empty in the love tank.
Not empty. It's okay.
And he clearly, could we ever see something between? I mean, Marl needs some love too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, that's actually one of the most fun stories that we wrote is Cisco's interaction with Laurel. Cisco is us. He's any one of you out there. And what would your reaction be if you got to meet the Black Canary? I guess Cisco, the reason she comes is she wants a little help with the canary cry. And so Cisco builds her a brand new one that operates much like it does in the comic books, which is going to play on that.
I have to say, Cisco's coming up with like some crazy technology.
Oh, yeah.
Like a gun that shoots gold. What? In one afternoon, it's great.
But the best part of that story is Cisco helps her with the canary cry, but what Laurel does for Cisco is probably my favorite moment of the entire series.
It's great, guys. I like that. So it's basically like he's like the Geek Squad to the superheroes.
He's the what?
The Geek Squad.
Yeah, Cisco is like Hugh, I mean, he's in every one of these situations, there's always, as soon as there's gap or tech to be created. And we're actually going to get to see Cisco's workshop at Star Labs, which is going to be this sort of fun, crazy room that's full of all the things that we've seen Cisco build over the year and all the things that he's planning on building in years to come.
All right. Yeah. All right, Candace. I asked Twitter for some questions, which is always dangerous. And it was brought up several times that you are the only person in Central City, probably literally the only person in Central City.
Literally, the postman knows.
Yeah, I think the entire staff of the Jitters knows. You're the only one who doesn't know Barry's secret.
Yeah.
Are you taking this personally?
Me, Candace Patton.
Some of the fans are taking this very personally.
They are taking it very personally. I understand the sentiment. Yeah, I think people just want Iris to finally find out, and I do too. I want her to find out. I think it'll happen sooner rather than later. I keep saying that. I know we keep waiting, but we want the reveal to be a good one, and so it's coming. And when it comes, it's good. And I want Iris to find out on her own accord. I think she's smart. I think she deserves that. And I think when she finds out, all hell's gonna break loose.
Yeah. She's gonna have a reason to be. She's gonna have a reason to be very ticked off at several men.
Yeah, I've had some Twitter people say, like, I want her to read them to filth.
There you go.
So
I need that to be, somebody needs to make that a headline, please. Iris, to read to filth. And clearly this secret that Joe and Eddie and Barry are keeping, that's gonna cause a problem for the whole West family, correct?
Oh yeah, I mean, we all have Twitter, we see a lot of people, saying, that they're being, rude to Iris, and they're mistreating her, and they're not trusting her, and they're infantilizing her, and we agree. I mean, they're making a bad choice, and it's going to come back to bite them on the ass. And and I think her, Iris's response is, when she finally finds out, is less about the excitement or joy or wonder of finding out that Barry is the Flash, and more about how could the three of you think it was, on any planet, it was acceptable to be keeping this from me, and they all think they have their reasons, and they're wrong, and I think that's when all that stuff comes out, it's going to be great.
And now, so Iris is crushing on the Flash, but not Barry.
oh, stop it.
All right, so I need to know, what is it about the guy in the suit that makes him different?
There's nothing. Here's my theory. I really think there's nothing really that different between Barry and the guy in the suit. Barry, if the Flash is just a more confident version of Barry, it's everything that's inside of Barry that just he hasn't been able to show in his own personal self. I think Iris's infatuation with the Flash is on some level, her ability to kind of flesh out her subconscious love for Barry. It's like another version of Barry that she sees, and she's like, yeah, I really like this guy. I don't know what I like about him, but I think everything that she likes about the Flash is what she really likes about Barry. She just doesn't know that. You know what I mean?
So, we're getting into the head of Iris here. Her father is a crime fighter.
Okay, yeah.
Eddie is a crime fighter. Flash is a crime fighter. Does this girl have like a hero fetish?
I think she does. I think it's a good fetish.
Quite all right. There's no judgment here. Danielle, there was a lot of noise when you were first cast and we found out the character's name, that this was a person who grows up basically to become a villain. Yet I'm seeing absolutely no sign of this person being able to go to a dark side. She's just lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Have you talked to them about, and I know you guys love to have them earn their character and earn that place, but she's kind of, she's in a good space right now.
Is she? Her fiance just left her.
But he's alive again.
They couldn't.
And he's Robbie Amell. So, Central City or Vancouver, wherever,
Phone call away.
you can be a happy girl. So, have you talked to these guys about where Caitlin's kind of Achilles heel might be?
Absolutely. I'm really excited by the potential of Killer Frost. And I think I make Andrew a little crazy, but I'm like, well, what about this? What about this? I'm really excited, and obviously it's part of our dialogue. And you'll
I just want to see what you're going to say. Sorry.
What do you mean?
What?
You're going to see her sooner than you think.
At Snowstorm Wedding wants to know if you can comment at Snowstorm Wedding. Yeah.